Hey guys, we'll get started in just a couple of minutes here. Hey guys, checking back in. We still got a couple more minutes before we get started, so go ahead and grab whatever you need for class. Yoga mat, if you're on a hard surface maybe. If you want to light a candle, grab some tea, get your water, whatever you're feeling tonight. So get started in a few. Hope everyone's doing well today. Happy Thursday. Reminder, it's Thursday. Give a shout out in the comments if you see my animals walk by. The cat's name is Penny and the dog is Marty, so I'm sure you'll see them pop in and out of the frame. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. As usual, we'll start with our breathing to center our minds and our bodies for our practice. So go ahead, lay on your back in any comfortable position. So you can choose from any of the following, or your own. If your own, you can just lay flat on your back like this, legs stretched out. Maybe you want to keep your feet planted, or maybe you want to bring both the feet together for a reclined butterfly. Whatever you're feeling today, I think I'll go with it. All right, so let's just start together with 3 deep inhales and exhales. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We begin. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. And just taking a moment here to check in with your body, doing a nice scan from head to toe, noticing if you're holding any tension, and just trying to release into the floor. And as you do that scan, just focus in on that breath a bit, making sure that your inhales and your exhales are the same amount of time. Few more breaths here. And let's come back together with 3 inhales and exhales, breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And gently roll onto your side. Push up to a comfortable seat. And let's go ahead and meet in a tabletop position. So we'll take a moment here on our own timing to move through some cat-cows. So, like I said, your own timing here. Just listening to your body and doing whatever it needs. Really mobilizing that spine, engaging those abdominals. And maybe if you're feeling like it, taking a C curve side to side. The head of the pelvis trying to meet laterally in order to stretch the side of our body. And go ahead, let's take a circular cat-cow. So moving any direction is fine, just making sure that you do both sides an equal amount of times. Go ahead, reverse. Just really trying to loosen up those joints. Good. And now let's go ahead and tuck those toes and push back into a downward facing dog. Treading those feet a bit. Waking up the backs of those legs. And go ahead and shoot those heels down, sits bones to the ceiling. Like pressing through those hands, lengthening through the back. And go ahead, move forward, drop those knees to the ground, untuck the toes, open the knees just a bit, and push back into a nice child's pose. Go ahead here, settle in for a moment. Taking a few deep breaths here. Nice deep inhale. And heavy exhale. Go ahead and walk your hands to the right. Reaching nice and long. If you need an added stretch, go ahead and grab the wrist with the hand and pull farther away. And release that. Gently walk it back through the center, over to the left. Really breathing into the side body here. Go ahead if you need an added stretch. Grab that wrist. And release that. Walk it back to the center. Go ahead and roll up through that spine and go back into our downward facing dog. Treading those feet. Good. And sending those heels down. Lengthening through the back. Sits bones to the ceiling. And go ahead. A little bit different this time. We're going to drop our knees, bring our hips right over, and we're going to go into what looks like a child's pose, but it's actually called puppy dog pose, yeah? So, we just reach forward. You can have your chin or your forehead to the ground, whatever's the most comfortable. And just try to keep those hips over those knees to get a nice stretch through the back. Reaching out through those hands, pulling back through those hips. Couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, roll through that spine and meet you back in a downward facing dog. And sending those heels to the ground, sit bones to the ceiling. Good. Dropping those knees. Go ahead. Back into a tabletop position, moving through some cat-cows again. Making sure we still have that nice range of motion and mobility in our spine. Moving it side to side, maybe. Good. Now I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see this a little bit better. So we're going to do what's called threading the needle. So we'll be in this nice tabletop position like we just were. What we're going to do is we're first going to take up one of our hands, reach it towards the ceiling, and gently thread it under our torso. And reach it out nice and long. Make sure when we're here we're not hiking up the shoulder, but we keep it nice and long and away from our ear. So go ahead and take a moment here. You should feel a nice stretch through that back. And then releasing into the floor here. Good, and rolling up, reaching for the ceiling, and replacing our hand other side. Reaching up, threading under, keeping that shoulder nice and far away from that ear. Making sure there's no tension. And rolling up, reaching for the ceiling, and replacing. Let's go again. First side, threading under. And if you'd like a deeper stretch here, what you can do is take this, what was the supporting arm, and wrap it around your low back for a nice bind. And maybe reach for that opposite thigh. You want to think of your chest trying to reach for the ceiling. If you're in the spine, make sure you're not letting this shoulder get too close to your ear either. Wanting the nice long neck. Go ahead, replace the supporting hand, reaching up towards the ceiling, and let's switch sides. Reaching up, threading under, and if you took a bind on the other side, go ahead and do the same on this side. Go ahead, replace the supporting hand, reaching up, and settle back into a nice tabletop. All right, so I'm gonna turn back this way so you guys can see this next part. So we're gonna move in between two different stretches. Now the way the first stretch works is what you'll do is you'll go into this tabletop just to start. You'll lean back slightly, reach underneath your thighs, interlace your hands, try to tuck them as close to your knees as possible. You'll lower back onto your heel, or at least you'll try, and then puff up your back while keeping those hands interlaced beneath your hamstrings in order to get a nice stretch through the back. So we'll go from this stretch, we'll release out of that. We'll go back and we'll move into a camel, which is where we grab our heels, push our hips forward to get a nice front body stretch. And we'll release and go back into our back stretch. So move through that little flow a couple times, okay? So let's go ahead, start our tabletop. We interlace our hands behind our hamstrings, lean back, puff up our back, and stretch here for a moment. Again, another easy place to lift those shoulders too high. Just make sure you keep rounding that back. It's not about the lean forward, it's about the rounding of the spine. Good. And we'll release here. Grab those heels and push forward into camel. Stay here for a moment. Now some of us may be able to go to the full position and release our head back. However, some of us may be here for the evening, and that's totally fine. Wherever you're at, just stay there and stretch. And release. Good. And let's repeat that. Interlacing behind those hamstrings, leaning back, and puffing up our upper back. Really drop that head, no need to hold it up. And releasing here, grabbing those heels, pushing forward, and reaching up with that chest. And release. Good. Go ahead into our tabletop position. Just take a cat-cow or two here. Sometimes it's easy to get tension in the low back doing those stretches. So take a second. Just work that out. And we'll need a butterfly. All right, so let's start in our butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Doesn't matter if you'd like it farther away or closer in, wherever's most comfortable for you. We'll start by just taking a nice, actually, let's do our spine articulation on it. So we're gonna start with our chest nice and high, reaching up for the ceiling, and we reach forward. We contract through the pelvis and roll up. Reaching forward, contract through the pelvis, roll it up. Again, forward, contract, roll it up. Last time we go forward, contract, roll it up. And we'll reverse. We go contract, crown of the head to the floor, pushing out and up. Contract, crown of the head to the floor, pushing out and up. Two more times, contract, crown of the head to the floor, pushing out and up. Last time, contract, crown of the head, pushing out and stretch. Now let's take a nice long reach, folding over those legs, reaching forward nice and long. And walk it over to one side. You're breathing through the side body here. And release. Walking other side. Reaching nice and long. And walking back center, rolling up through the spine. Now let's take some lateral stretches. So reaching up and over one side, nice and long. Make sure we're not crunching in this side over here, but we're reaching with that still. Energy going down through this sits bone. It's not lifting up, it's staying down and out through these fingertips. And lift, other side. And lifting. And back to the first side, nice and long here. Again, another place where we can hike the shoulders, but we choose to keep the neck nice and long. Rooting through those sits bones. And reaching up. Other side. Here comes Penny. And reaching up. Good. Shake out those legs. Let's go ahead and move into a second position or a straddle. So here, wherever you're at for the evening, you can be in sort of a narrow V, or you can just try to widen it a bit. As I said last class, please do not try for 180 degrees. I don't care who told you, it's not anatomically possible, so don't do it. Yeah? So while we do these stretches, we're gonna try to keep our patellas pointing towards the ceiling, so don't let them roll forward. We don't want to work our inward rotation. We're trying to stay externally rotated while we complete these stretches. So let's go ahead and just walk forward, again, wherever you're at for the evening. Some of us might stay here, maybe forearms, maybe all the way down. You decide. Just trying to keep nice and long through that back. And we'll go ahead and just walk to one side. Try to not roll in. And moving through the center to go other side. And walk rock it back to the center. Go ahead, rolling up. Staying in our second position here. We're going to take our lateral stretches. Going up and over to the side. Again, rooting through these sits bones. Don't let there be space underneath here, but keep it down to the floor. And coming up. Other side. And coming up. Again, stretch it out. And coming up. Once more, other side. And coming up. So go ahead, let's rotate our body to face our leg and just descend over. Again, rooting through these sits bones, trying to get your nose to your knee. And feeling a nice twisting sensation through that back. And rolling up. Other side. Up and over. And rolling up. Let's go ahead and bring those legs together. Now let's take a nice hip release here, yeah? So we're going to take our leg, we're going to bring our foot into the crease of our elbow, knee into the crease of our other elbow, sitting nice and tall on our sits bones, and just gently rocking side to side here, yeah? So most of the effort's going to be in our arms. We're not trying to support ourselves by gripping our hips or anything like that, just trying to have a nice release here. Couple more times. Good small motions, no need to do anything too big. Good. Go ahead, let's cross that leg over our other thigh. And we're going to take a nice, gentle twist of the spine. Make sure we're sitting nice and tall. We're not hunched over, otherwise we're not going to get our stretch. Yeah, so sitting nice and tall and spiraling back. Try and roll behind you if possible. Each time you exhale, lengthening a little bit taller through the crown of the head. And go ahead, release, other side. Now you have two options. You can either do foot to knee and fold over, or you can try to go knee to knee and fold over here, yeah? So the knee to knee is a bit of a deeper stretch. So go ahead, choose where you're going to be at, and reach forward. This way you don't have to worry about lengthening your back so much, just sort of collapsing over those legs. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, roll it up. Good, and let's switch other side. So go ahead, bring that foot to the crease of your elbow, knee to the crease of your other elbow, sitting nice and tall, and gently rocking side to side. Again, make sure you're not slouching. It's easy to fall into a slouch here. And go ahead, cross that foot over, sitting nice and tall. Let's go ahead and rotate with our nice twist and spiral of the spine. Getting a little bit taller. And switch. Spiraling other side. And go ahead, same stretch as you did on the other side, so either crossing foot to knee or knee to knee here. So getting into your position and releasing up and over those legs. Couple more breaths here. And taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale, roll it up. Good. Let's go ahead, stretch out those legs. I'll turn this way so that you guys can see. So we're going to take a nice long stretch over our outstretched legs. So go ahead and reach for those feet, flex them, and then we're going to pull our chest towards our shins, yeah? Some of us, we might just need to reach for our feet. We might not be able to make it all the way. Again, as always, wherever you're at is totally fine. So, reaching nice and long. If you need a deeper stretch, go ahead and bend those elbows down towards the floor. Not out, but down towards the floor. Nice and long through the back here. Go ahead, let's puff up the back now. So exactly the opposite of what I said to do. We're going to pull back on those feet, using your feet as leverage, getting a nice stretch through that back, and release over. And again, rolling up, flexing those feet, grabbing tight, and pulling the chest forward. And puffing up the back. And releasing over. Good job, everyone. Good. Rolling up through the spine. Let's go ahead and roll down onto our backs, grabbing our knees in tight towards our chest. Rocking side to side here. Good. So for this next part, you have a couple options. You can either A, stay here and just keep these knees hugged tight to the chest. Maybe take a little rocking motion. Option B, you can move into a plow pose. So trying to get those hips over those shoulders, getting a nice stretch through the back here, keeping those knees straight even though it might be tight in those hamstrings. Or option C is you can come up all the way into a nice shoulder stand here. Yeah? Using our arms to support our low backs or upper backs. So go ahead, move into whatever pose you like, and just stay here for a moment. And if you're in a nice long shoulder stand, go ahead and move into plow pose. Keeping that nice length through the back. And go ahead, if you're in plow pose, go ahead and try to drop those knees to the floor. And get a deeper stretch through the low back here. Again, our other option is just to have our knees hugged tightly into our chest. Maybe untuck the toes if you can. Or just stay in plow pose. And gently roll out through the spine, bringing our knees back into our chest. Good. Go ahead. Let's shoot that down stage leg out nice and long, taking our working leg, and let's cross it over to passe position, bringing our opposite arm out into a T for a nice twist. Breathing here. Again, as always, relaxing those shoulders. I don't know about you guys, but that's definitely where I hold my tension, is up here. And bringing the knees back in. Switching sides, up stage leg goes nice and long. Working leg crosses over in a passe position. You reach back. Couple more breaths here. And bringing our knees back into our chest. Go ahead and rock and roll a few times along that spine, keeping a nice C curve here. Just massaging out any tension, any knots, any kinks in that spine. Good. And on your next one, make your way to a comfortable seat. And let's go ahead and stretch out our necks a little bit, yeah? Just a couple little side-to-side motions really quick here. Good, or pop. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna take our, I believe for you guys, this is your left hand. I'll call it our left hand. So we're gonna take our left hand, reach it out nice and long, bringing our right behind our back, clasping our hands together on this side. We're gonna reach our crown of the head, the crown of our head, over to that left side, reaching down for these hands. Feel a nice stretch through the side here. And go ahead and just move side to side a bit. Just gentle motions, nice and small, nothing too drastic. And go ahead, release, and push that head back up to the center, other side. So crossing behind, reaching that crown of the head up and over, and getting a nice stretch through that neck. And whenever you're ready, release and push that head back up to center. Go ahead and just take a couple motions side to side. And closing our eyes, let's finish out our class with this, oh my goodness, I'm stuttering a lot today. With 3 deep breaths together. Here we go. Closing your eyes. Let's begin breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Last time, deep inhale. And heavy exhale. Awesome work tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to and taking class with me. Go check out our other content on our YouTube page, BreakOut Studios, to look for other classes that are happening over the next few days or even through May. Go ahead and check out our Instagram and our Facebook to see what we've got going on. We'd love to see you in our other classes. BreakOut, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Thank you so much. Bye.